All right, so I'm gonna give everyone a few minutes to hop in here to the stream, and we are gonna get started and make sure we got great audio and video. And we're gonna talk about a good bit today, man. So I'm super excited about today's videos. All right, there it is. All right. All right, we got the volumes down. Why did my thumbnail have part of MMTLP out of it? Did I not select that correctly? Must have just had it a little too high. Interesting. All right, so for everyone joining in, if you could leave a comment here, let me know that the audio sounds good, the picture looks good, and should be good to go. Well, Kermit says stuck at work but trying to pay it. That's dedication, man. I love it. I love that right there. My man's at work, but he has dedication to be on the stream. That is what I'm talking about. All right. So we got a couple minutes. We'll hang out here to like 4 o'clock, and we will go from 4 to 5. We'll try to get about an hour in. Will says he can hear. All right. Angie says looks good. Perfect. All right, man. So I just wanted to get on here and talk about some things. We got about, Mark says, should I buy MMTLP shares? Roy says, yo, man, all good. Perfect. We got Cuber saying, Divvy coming on my birthday. All right. Heck yeah, man. We're hoping. Hoping the Divvy's just right around the corner. All right. Justin saying, you, Terry, going to watch the replay. Thanks for bringing us the news. Rumor Robinhood going to show a Shiba Inu for Super Bowl commercial. Wow, that would be pretty awesome, actually. If Robinhood would do a commercial for Shiba Inu, that'd be pretty amazing. We're also going to talk about the McDonald's rumor as well. McDonald's has a post on Twitter, and McDonald's is possibly, maybe the rumor is going to be accepting Dogecoin. So we're going to go over all that. We're going to cover that in today's video as well. We're going to talk a little bit about GGIP. We're going to talk about, of course, SoFi a little bit, because we got Red from Morocco. Hello. Welcome, Red. Thank you all for joining, man. All right, so good enough. We got people joining in. People says the audio and video is good, so we're here to talk about. First, we're going to go in here and talk about what the title of the video is, and that is oil, guys. First, I just want to get here and say, if you go to oilprice.com, WTI crude oil is at $93.10 a barrel. Brent crude is at 94.44. That is just like amazing. All right, we got Mark Levy saying, why shouldn't I buy as many MMTLP shares thinking it may be worth over 30? That is a great question. I mean, if you truly believe in what Torchlight has with the assets and the Ora Grande, if you believe in all that, then yes, like I said, it's all up to your decision. Do you believe in what Torchlight has? Do you believe there's a reason why John Berta hasn't sold a single share of MMAT or MMTLP? John Berta hasn't sold. He is the former Torchlight CEO. So if you believe that he hasn't sold and you believe that he believes the value is what it is, then yes, that answers your question. Also, we got to talk about Greg McCabe, big time long-term investor with MetaMaterials. He hasn't sold a single share as well. Interview that he had over with the interview with Sterling and Ken Rice. You could hear Greg McCabe was at that event, and he hasn't sold anything as well. So two big people that hasn't sold anything. Mark says, I believe in you, believe in it, my friend. Now, I can tell you, I do believe it's going to be valued pretty nicely. That's my belief. Now, whether that's right or wrong, that is to remain to be seen until we get that official announcement from Meta. But yes, I believe it's going to be something fantastic. I believe Roller Pigeon and Market Moves have been doing fantastic videos, breaking down the technicals and the details of the descriptions of everything going on. And I want to lead that into our next segment here. Guys, I did this post here yesterday, and I tagged Roller Pigeon in it because I wanted to get her opinion on it. And actually, she came out and did a live stream last night. And so yeah, this post here, where ConocoPhillips is to weigh a $1 billion Permian asset sale. And this got 55 likes. So I want to thank everyone that's following me on Twitter at TerryZ247. Man, you guys are the best. All right, so we're getting back down to this. So people's like, why would it make sense if ConocoPhillips is selling Permian asset sale? Like, why are they looking to sell assets in the Permian? As you can see up here too, the post I have as my highlighted tweet, Maverick to buy ConocoPhillips Permian Basin asset sales for $440 million. So this was another post back I did on January 28th where Maverick was buying. So it looks like ConocoPhillips is selling assets in the Permian Basin. So this one I had from January 28th, they sold some $440 million worth of land in the Permian Basin. And this one here, they're looking to do a $1 billion Permian asset sale. So I tagged Roller Pigeon on this. And here we got some of the comments we're going to go over. She goes, yeah, auction would be quickly trimming out older assets. Conoco is expanding further west into Midland Park. She said in her video with the Oro Grande, they would become king of the Permian. Let's hope that's the case. So Jag Meat here says $1 billion would not put us where we want to be unless it's the minimum bid. Sorry for my ignorance. I haven't read the whole article, so I could be wrong. And Dustin here has a good question, and we're going to go over this question. So how is Conoco selling more land in the Permian good for us? Isn't that more competition in this area? And why would they buy our assets if they're selling land here too? I'm kerfluffled. And here she has a picture of her shirt with the bird on it. So this is what we're going to talk about here. She says, also imagine how great it would look to the shareholders of ConocoPhillips stock, of the holders holding $3.2 billion barrels of oil. All the tier one analysts will be popping champagne. And if we go down here, $1 billion is not the final price. Yes, I'm correct. Yeah, so she says here, the next bridge would become a subsidiary of Conoco and exclusively operate and develop the asset. The Oro Grande, much like COP, acquired Conoco, and now Conoco exclusively operates and develops the Shell acquisition. And I know there was a thing down here saying that the reason that we believe that ConocoPhillips is selling this land in the Permian is because they're trying to sell out maybe older assets. So that's what we're getting at here. We're thinking here from these articles where they're selling out this Permian that they're maybe selling out older assets to buy what we have here with the Torchlight and the Oro Grande. So that is the theory. That is what we're hoping is true. That's what we're hoping that will be the bottom line of this ConocoPhillips. You know, maybe getting rid of some older land, some older assets, and to get more newer assets. So that would be truly amazing if we could get that to be the case. So that is the I guess you want to call it the I'll draw on a blank of the word I want to use, but the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing there. We're just thinking outside the box on what it could possibly be. Now, March is coming right around the corner. We're kind of in mid-February now. So we should be hearing something soon. I believe someone did do a post as well about, I believe someone had a reply from Mark Kamenowski from MetaMaterials that our earnings should be coming out in March. Ironic enough that Meta announced that in March would possibly be the initial announcement here of the next announcement for this dividend. So whether it's completed, another extension, we're hoping it's not another extension. But yeah, that could be pretty good. All right, so we got a comment here. We got a couple comments. Yes, the speculation. That's what I was saying, guys. Yeah, the speculation. Sorry I had a blank there, but yeah. All right, Kermit says, my favorite speculation is 2-for-1 MMTLP to COP conversion and to purchase the land and assets. Would love for that to happen. Agreed. And if you could just look here. So if let's just pull COP stock. I mean, you'll be happy with this, guys, if this is what happens. So, I mean, look at the stock here. So let's say if that is what happens. Let's say that ConocoPhillips buys our land and we want that non-taxable event because people like Greg McKay, people like John Berta have a boatload of shares. They do not want that taxable, that corporate tax of 21%, I believe is what it is. They want to avoid that. So we would end up getting shares of Conocophillips. Now, as we got Conocophillips shares, that'd be totally your decision. You could sell out the day you get them. Like I said, that's totally your decision. Hey, welcome, Stock Rich. Let's effing go. Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's kind of the speculation and theory we got going on from these articles that I found, and I tagged Roller Pigeon in them. Like I said, the one back here from January 28th, where they sold off some Permian assets of $440 million, and now they're looking to sell off some more Permian assets of around $1 billion. So very good speculation stuff here we got going on. And also, guys, ConocoPhillips has this 3-tiered like variable dividend. So not only would you be getting a stock at $93.52, so it could be like a 2-for-1, maybe 2.5-for-1, maybe 3-for-1. It just all depends on what they value the divvy at. But I would be totally happy getting a ConocoPhillips stock for MMTLP, even if it was a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, whatever it is. I'm happy with it because the stock's been looking really good. I mean, look at the stock here. Just back in January, it was 82 up to 93. It's up 7% in the last month. The last 6 months is up 70%. So, and year to date, it's up 26.5%. So, there you go. ConocoPhillips is one of the big boys in the oil industry. So, yeah, pretty excited about that one. I really hope that would be it because I don't know if I'd want to sell them. I've been saying how I wanted to start a dividends only, like a dividends account, and this would be a great stock to possibly hold for dividends. Now, the 52-week low is $45, so they're paying around a little under 2% on the divvy. Hey, Jenny, welcome to the stream. All right, so let's look at a couple of comments here. Me says, UVXY going to explode next week if Russia invades. That is true. It would. Yeah, I think the VIX play will. That is possible. We got Kermit saying, off topic, what do you think of Moderna CEO dumping shares and deleting Twitter account? Thinking time to watch puts. I did not even know about that. Wow, that's a good one there, Kermit. I don't really follow the Moderna stock. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's kind of definitely strange. We got Angie saying she'd be happy with that. Like I say, okay, Jenny saying she likes 1.5 shares to 1. So 1.5 MMTLP to 1 ConocoPhillips. Yes, that would be pretty awesome. Andy saying, howdy Terry, let's hope for a good meta week. Yes, absolutely. We are definitely hoping for that. All right, so Roy here says, if COP deal is real, what will happen to shorts and synthetic shares from TRCH? So basically, the shorts are the ones going to have to pay this. They're the ones that short Torch. The ones that are back in June that had that short on Torch, they are the ones that are going to have to pay the money to buy these ConocoPhillips shares. So they're going to have to be the ones buying this. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a wild, wild west out there once all this happens, because I'm going to be intrigued to see it, because if this ever happens again, we will have some good knowledge on what's going to happen. But all right. Juan, thank you so much. Says love the content. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Real brief, speaking about content, I did a couple different kind of videos for you guys here lately, and so we did the live stream on Friday about MetaMaterials where State Street bought 17.5 million shares. I did an interview here, guys, with Exos, so make sure you go check that out. They sponsored that video, so make sure you go check out that. You can check out what that company is going to be doing. And I also did a video earlier today talking about recession and inflation. So it was kind of me doing something a little different, and I was kind of going over points that both Financial Education Jeremy does and Meet Kevin. And like I said, it's their portfolios. They can do what they want. And I respect both of their opinions, but I don't see us going into a recession. I do believe inflation is a little crazy right now. But yeah, I definitely can see the inflation out there. And just watch that video. You'll get my opinion on it. And like I said, if we get enough comments and likes and views on that, I can come back out with my thoughts again on it. Like I say, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I could be totally wrong, but just giving my perspective on it. And also, real quick, what happened there? Why did that come over like that? Did I have that over too far? Oh, no, I don't want that. I want the creator. All right. So also, real quick, we got the join here, guys. We got the membership you can join. Little as $2.99 a month. You get the loyalty badges and the custom emojis. So check those out. We also got a silver and gold tier as well. And each one has different perks in each one. But as little as $2.99 a month, you can comment with these emojis that you see here popping in the stream. All right. Yeah, but I'd like to get y'all's opinions too on those recent 2 videos I did on the recession and the sponsored video about Exos. Just to kind of see what you guys like of content-wise, that'd be really good. So let's take a look here at MetaMaterials stock itself. Ending at $1.82 actually on Friday. Now we'll have to see what happens here with this Russia deal. We did hit a low, looks like a 174 it says. Currently end of the day at 178. And let's see where our oil prices are still hanging at. Still saying 93.10. Hasn't changed anything yet. All right, so let's go through a couple more of these comments here we got. Stock Rich is saying, can't be upset with monthly dividends. The next payout for COP stock is 46 cents, I think. I'd use monthly dividends to reinvest in MMAT. Yes. So basically, if you wanted to keep your stock of COP and you get your dividends from this, you could take that and just buy MMAT stock. So you could do it that way as well. That'd be a great way to reinvest your money you're earning while still holding that great oil stock right there and put it back in MMAT. All right, we got Mark Levy saying, if the dividend is over $50, king crab legs dinner on me. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. That would be fantastic. Now, I made a little deal, and I was on Roller Pigeon's live stream last night, and we were talking about it. I said if we get a $20 divvy or more, so $20 or more, your boy will get the bird suit. I will get a bird suit and put it on for a stream for you guys. And Roller Pigeon was excited to hear that because I think we talked about it in one of my other streams. We had to do something if we get a $20 divvy because it's going to be phenomenal. Yes, you will see me in a bird suit, and that would be pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Andy saying, it's standard trading. If you short a stock with a divvy, shorts have to pay the divvy on shares they sold short. Shorts will get towards the time will come. Yes, agreed, Andy, 100%. The ones that shorted Torchlight stock back in June of 2021, they're the ones going to have to pay whatever they announce this divvy is. So if it's a 1.5 to 1, 2 for 1 Conocophillips, they're gonna have to go buy the Conocophillips. That's basically what it is, or just give the cash for it. I mean, either way, something big is gonna happen. All right. So Kermit says, yeah, I would never sell COP shares and just use the divvy for MMAT stocks as well. Yeah. So there you go. That's a great thing to do. If you, like I say, if we do get the Conocophillips, that's a smart thing to do because this stock's been doing great. Let's look at the 1 year on that chart. Wow. What's the 5-year look like? So it does look like it runs through a little bit of cycles. I mean, back it was like $45 in May of 2017. We did hit a high like $78 in October of 18. It's slowly downtrended here from the high of 18 down into the crash there. It hit down to about $26 during the Rona crash. And since then, it peaked back up, recovered to $48, and went back down to 28. And ever since October 30th of 2020, this thing's been on a moon mission. It hasn't really came down significant since October 30th of 2020. It would go up and do small pullbacks, but then it just recovered every time, making those higher highs right there on the chart. So, yeah, if we got this, depending on how many we got, I would maybe sell just a little bit of it just to get a little bit of cash, and maybe just to have a little cash laying around. But I would want to keep the majority of this in my portfolio to get the dividends and to keep up with this oil situation. And Yeah, I'd be just tickled. I'm so happy happening. This could be ConocoPhillips. All right, so we got a couple more comments here. We got Stringer saying, "What's the potential litigation against MMAT being pushed?" I'm not really sure about exactly your question there, but I'm not sure. MMAT being pushed. I'm not sure on that question, so I'll have to see if you comment more down exactly what the question is. So Dame, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome, Dame. All right. Just got back from base. Excited for this live. Yes, sir. Let's go. And I'll give you the let's go there of the emojis. Yes, sir. Let's go. Jenny's saying, Dame, where are we going? Justin said, if we get cop stock, we'll make the price go up when they put us in it. Yes, it would, because there's going to be now I believe ConocoPhillips recently bought back shares, but the shorts still have to buy it, so that's going to make it even more rare because ConocoPhillips was doing share buybacks. Now I'm not sure if they started the share buybacks yet, but if ConocoPhillips was buying the shares already, that means there's less on the market. So that'll definitely make it interesting. So Kermit says, so 165 million MMTLP shares. How many individual holders would you guess they are? Oh, wow. That's a good question. I don't have no idea how many individual holders it would be, actually. There's no way of probably knowing that. Yeah, there's probably no way of exactly knowing how many individual holders of MMTLP there is, because that would just probably be very hard to even try to take a guess. All right. Okay, so Chief is saying he's probably talking about the carousel ambulance. Oh, yes. Okay, so, all right. Stringer, you're probably talking about those ambulance chasers. Like I said, they won't even... So, if you were thinking that somehow MMAT is a scam and all this and that, you had to have over $100,000 in losses before they'll even want to talk to you. So, right there goes to say that they're only in it for the money. You had to have $100,000 in losses. If you go look at other stocks, like these small cap stocks and even the big cap stocks, you will see that they all have these lawyers posting about if you lost money to come after them, to contact them, to have them take your case. All right. So let's see. I've seen news of law firms fishing class action lawsuit against MMAT over MMTLP confusion. Oracles, keep up the great work, Terry. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. So we got Chief saying, it's almost insulting when people ask questions that are months old. Some of us have been taking in every bit of info for a year now. Do the same, DD, damn it. Well, you know, I understand the frustration, but it's actually a good thing we're getting new investors, because what we're hoping is, out of this whole MMTLP fiasco and mess, that we can hopefully educate the people that's new to want to buy metamaterials stock. Because metamaterials is that diamond, it's the unicorn stock, is the diamond in the rough. So the more people we can educate, and if they say earn money from MMTLP, maybe they would want to turn around and invest that MMAT stock. So that is kind of the goal here. Like saying, we're not telling anyone to go buy MMAT, but we're hoping that maybe they would want to take, even as we saw from Market Moves videos, even 7.5% would cause the shorts to have negative shares on the market. So, yeah, I mean, even a little bit of money would just go a long way. All right, Chief agrees. Yes, sir. Word. Yeah, man, we're all here to educate, and I love that new people's coming in, because it's more potential when the market turns around that we get more buying power, buying pressure onto the stock. And I think if we do get ConocoPhillips, Oracle saying, if you had $1,000, would you buy MMAT or MMTLP? Not financial advice. All right, so of course, you know I can't give any kind of financial advice, but I can give you what I would do. So I can tell you, if I had $1,000 right now. So let's say I had $1,000. Let's say I got donations for $1,000. Someone gave me $1,000 and said, Terry, go buy MMAT, go buy MMTLP, and tell us what you did. So honestly, I'd probably go almost like 80 to 90% MMTLP and put the 10 or 20% MMAT. And the reason that I don't go 100% to either one, the reason I go heavy on MMTLP is because I believe that we're going to see a price action result quicker in MMTLP here in the next month or so. MMAT may take a little longer. It may take until after we get the dividend stuff. I believe there's more upside potential buying MMTLP. So MMAT is at $1.78 and MMTLP stock is at $1.25. Okay, so if we're talking here, MMTLP is at $1.25. We got the predictions being anywhere from 29 to 46. I guess $7.24. There's no math behind my guess. I'm being honest there. I just picked a round number that sounded pretty good. You know, I like that number, so we're just going to pick that number. We got Ali. I think Trading Secrets is, I think he was saying like 17 to 18. Of course, I said if it goes over 20, I will do the bird suit. Of course, I will get a bird suit, and we'll come on here and do a live stream with the bird suit on. And in homage to Roller Pigeon. All right. So yeah, I believe there's going to be more upside potential buying MMTLP at $1.25, and let's say we even get $10. That's almost like a 8x. And if you're buying MMAT stock, my price target, my personal price target, once the market turns around, is $6.50. So you're looking at maybe like a 3x, 3.5x. So I do see there's more potential. Now there could be a possible short squeeze. Now let's say the market turns around and the dividend comes out. There could be more potential of this to go up to $6.50 and then short squeeze. So that's why I like maybe an 80-20, a 90-10 split. So you have a little bit of skin in the game for metamaterials. You're not fully 100% in MMTLP. You got a little bit extra skin in the game for metamaterials. So I would say like out of that 1,000, I would probably do 800, maybe 900 in MMTLP and throw 100 or 2 in MMAT, just because I think the divvy is going to have more upside potential here in the next month or two in the way this market is. So I hope that answered your question. Ben TE, do you have any data on how much COP has put into share buybacks in the last 6 months? That is a good question, and we need to go look at that actually, because I don't know if we can find anything. COP stock share buybacks. All right, so we got this post here. This was from last year. We got a Yahoo thing here. So here we go. We got the company intends to boost stock buybacks by $1 billion in 2021, which is in line with its plan of returning 30% cash from operations to shareholders. If it resumed the share repurchase program in March at an annualized level at $1.5 billion. So it looks like we haven't heard anything in new articles since March. There's a way to organize this by the newest. Rudders is saying that. We go here to this one. Yeah, it's the same thing they highlighted there. Let's go to Conocophillips website, actually. That may be the best thing to do. Conocophillips stock. And let's go to Conocophillips and look at some of the recent articles. And all right, so we got a couple more questions here. Wilson, more days to cover than BBIG. Yeah. I'm excited for BBIG as well. 1K would go to MMTLP. Dane would say he would put all on MMTLP. Wilson says looks good. All right, Roy is saying COP upgrades. 115 RBC cap, 110 Raymond James. Yeah, so there's more upside here from the analyst. Oracle Sanitary, I think the same. So he would probably do like an 80-20 or a 90-10 split. Oracle saying thanks, Dame. PA Skill Machine, welcome, brother. We got MAT is going to outer space after the spinoff. Buy now or wish you did. Yes, sir. I'm going to give you the buy the dip on that one, man. That's great. We got Stringer saying, I'm not necessarily suspicious, but just wonder if we might have been about since I never personally saw anyone touch on it. Thanks for the ambulance chaser clarification. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking it is. Like I said, if you go search a lot of stocks and the ambulance chasers are on pretty much every single stock out there. Big Money Mike, Daddy Terry, when is our divvy? We're hoping in March, my friend. We are hoping in March. Wow, look at that kind of. I love looking at the oil stuff here. It's pretty amazing. All right, so let's see. I think news and media. All right, so here is the most recent one, actually. Yeah, so let's read this. Here we go. This was from February 3rd, and I might have covered this before on the channel, but let's cover it. The Conocophillips reports fourth quarter and full year 2021 results, increases planned 2022 return of capital to $8 billion, and declares quarterly dividend and variable return cash distribution. So here you can see ConocoPhillips reported fourth quarter 2021 earnings $2.6 billion or $1.98 per share, compared to the fourth quarter 2020 loss of $800 million loss, 72 cents a share. Oh, all right. So let's see here. All right, so here we go. Here is the announced to return to capital. I think we got it. I'm just reading this here real quick, guys, to get this for you. It says, in addition to ConocoPhillips today announced a $1 billion increase in expected 2022 return of capital to shareholders, to a new total of $8 billion increase of more than 30% over 2021. The company declared both an ordinary dividend of 46 cents per share and a second quarter variable return of cash payments of 30 cents per share, 50% increase over first quarter. Targeted 2022 ordinary dividend and VROC represent 50% increase in cash return to shareholders compared to 2021. All right, so here we go. Some of the full year 2021 summary and recent announcements. Announced to increase, expect 2022 return to capital $8 billion, with the increments of $1 billion to be distributed through share repurchases and VRC. So there you go. Here is what we're talking about, the share repurchases and the dividends. So they're looking to do $1 billion, with the one incremental billion to be distributed through share repurchases and VROC tiers. So there it is. That's what we're looking to do. $1 billion in dividends and share repurchases. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. Acquired to integrate Conoco, capturing $1 billion of savings ahead of schedule. Acquired Shell's Permian assets December 1st, 2021. So here you can see they purchased the Shell's Permian assets. So there's where it's coming into where they sold these other assets to possibly buy these other ones. All right, what do we got here? Angie laughed there where he said, Daddy Terry. We got Charles saying, I wonder if we're getting shares plus divvy. That is always possible as well. Like I said, nothing is out of the equation here of what could happen. Maybe we could get a, I don't know, so many MMTLP for, one Conoco and a cash divvy. That is possible as well. Or maybe they would do something like, I don't know, 3 or 4 MMTLP per one Conoco, and maybe you get like a $10 or $20 divvy with it. Because let's just say we're rounding up to a $30 divvy. If you would do 4 to 1, that'd be a $120 value of MMTLP at $30 a piece. And with them trading at $93, we're just going to say you get like a $27 cash divvy on top of that. So that is possible. Just kind of doing quick math there. That is possible. All right. Big Money Mike saying, do you think Roller Pigeon is somehow correct on the spot of the divvy price? I do believe that. I do believe she's correct. With going through her charts and analysis and her math, I believe she's right. We even had Market Moves Tony. He came out and did the math, back tested it, and he came out with the same figures that Roller Pigeon did. So yes, I believe in the math. Yes. Hashtag believe the math. Yes, so that's what I'm saying right there. Yes, we believe the math. PJ Blaze, what up, Terry? Appreciate all you do. What's your take on those institutional buys? Wouldn't that be used to lend out to short? All right. So let me go here real quick because I'm going to cover this. And I did do a video last live stream on it, but I will definitely touch base on it here. So let's go to the owners. I think it was under the buyers. Is it on here yet? No, that's the BlackRock one. Maybe it's just under institutional. I got to find it again. Here we go. All right, so I think you're referencing this one here. On February 10th, State Street Corp purchased 17.5 million shares, representing a 6.25% ownership in Metamaterials. So he's saying here, wouldn't this big institutional buy, wouldn't this be used to lend out to short? All right, so I've had people make some good, interesting comments on this because I thought the same thing. Would State Street buy this? There we go, I can make that out. Would State Street buy this and lend it out and short us? All right, so that is possible. That's always one theory behind it. They could definitely buy this and lend it out to short someone and charge them a percentage to borrow their shares. But then you also got a negative effect on that as well. So if State Street is the ones holding these shares, and let's say the shorts pound this down, in the bottom line, State Street is going to lose money because if they're buying these shares here at $1.80, for example, and they beat it down to say 80 cents, they lost $1 per share value. So they lost $17.5 million. If let's say they do beat it from 180 down to 80 cents, they're losing a $1 per share value. So the shorts are going to return this. They pay the percent, which is like 1%, which is really nothing. So then when the State Street gets us back, they're the ones going to be holding the bag. That's just how I look at it. Because yeah, if we go over here to the, let's see, let's go to the short interest. So short squeeze score for Metamaterials is a 83.88. The short shares that are available at this brokerage is going to be 100,000 shares. And yeah, it's actually not even a percent. It's 0.99. So if they're lending out these shares, they're not going to probably be able to charge a high fee for someone to lend them out. So they're not even going to get 1% return on their investment. So it's kind of dangerous because, like I said, what if the shorts do win? What if the shorts get Metamaterials down to 80 cents and then they return all the shares back? So State Street's holding the bag of 17.5 million shares at 80 cents now, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they would want to do that. I mean, they can make a little money on the interest, but then they're holding a huge bag if it does get shorted down. All right, so let's see here. Getting back to the comment we lit off at. Charles Park saying, so we're getting shares and they are going to do buyback or shares and divvy. Like I said, 100% we don't know. We're just doing speculation here on this because I had this article here I tagged Roller Pigeon in, and she did a live stream on it last night. And we pretty much determined that if Conocophillips is the buyer to this, it could possibly be a 2-for-1, maybe a 2.5-for-1, maybe a 3-for-1, could be 3-for-1 on this Conocophillips deal because Conoco's trading right $93. So if we just said even a $30 divvy, it's going to take a little over 3 shares of MMTLP to do that. All right, so we got the question here. Pre saying, so is Oilco out of the pick? No, Oilco is going to be the holding company, we believe. I believe they had to hold 10% in Oilco and until everything is settled and done. So I don't think Oilco is going to be completely out of the pick. All right. Brian is saying you have to ask who the hell is selling MMTLP at $1.25 and $1.40. Yeah. I think he means $1.20, not 125 and 140. Because if it did go to 125, I would have to sell because I believe that's way overvalued from what our divvy is worth. Even if going to roller pigeons rather than 29 to 46. So if you're saying $1.25 and $1.40, like I said, I believe there's a lot of people out there that have brokerage accounts, and maybe they were in during the hype cycle. Let's say they were in the hype cycle of the stock market last year. They got into all that excitement around Torch in June. They started buying up the shares. You got the average retail investor that had money from stimulus, and they might have bought Torchlight, and they never got the divvy because it's still been delayed since June. So maybe people just lost interest in the stock market in general. So people's like, let me just log in every month or two and see if I have anything. And people probably occasionally log in, and there could be people holding a decent amount of shares that are just sitting in there with just nominal value of the $1.25. And they're just saying, screw it, that's my dividend. I'm not doing any more research into what's going on. I'm just going to sell it out, take my money, and take my losses and move on. And I think that's what's going on. So there could be a market maker out there getting rid of this as well. It could be, whoever else holds a lot of these MMTLP wanting to load them off. Maybe they don't want to deal with the tax situation on it. Like I said, for us average investors, the taxes really isn't going to be a big deal. All right. Ben T saying, thank you. The $1 billion to help soften dilution of new accretive shares issued under these theses. Yes. All right, we got the family saying, do you think the divvy date will be pushed back beyond March? I hope not. I'm really hoping we do not push it back past March. But I just want to say it's possible. Until we get any official news, anything is possible, guys. I surely hope not that we do not get pushed back. I do not want another pushback. All right. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right, getting back in here to these questions. Yeah, I got you there, Brian. I knew you meant the $1.25, $1.40. All right. Pete is saying not too short now, but short later when MMAT is climbing. That is true. They could be holding those shares now, and they could short it as it goes up. So that is possible. Maybe State Street's doing that. Maybe they could be used once it starts to climb up, because maybe then the short borrower fee could go up, and maybe they could make some more money. We got Eod saying, I can't sell or buy MMTLP. What brokerage are you using, EAD? What brokerage are you using that you can't do anything? Because most brokerages will let you sell, regardless. Even like Robinhood will let you sell at the price if you want to. We got Blaze saying, I just want to know what they're doing manipulation-wise, supposedly. Yes, exactly. Well, Alec must be an old school subscriber to the channel. Do you still play Castle Clash? No, I do not play Castle Clash. I actually did videos back when I used to play that game. I actually sold my account back then for just like $20 to forget about the game. But thank you, man, for being a long time viewer. You remember the Castle Clash videos, guys. If you go back before I started doing stock market videos, I was doing a mobile game. And you'll see me on there talking about the game. I had a pretty good run at it. That's where I got a lot of my subscribers from the mobile game I did. And yeah, it was pretty good. Angel, massive market dump tomorrow. That is possible. Like I said, in this market, guys, it is nothing if we get a 20 to 40% move up or down. Anything is freaking possible. Funny, YouTube Shorts came in a bit late. Well, you're here now, so welcome to the stream. Winston, welcome. Terry, sorry I'm late, but happy I caught. Yes, sir. Glad you're here, man. All right, Leslie bearish, head and shoulders on the SPY. Broke double bottom. It's heading to 420 tomorrow. I guess we will have to wait and see what happens. Todd is saying, so we get a dividend for each share, or we own MMTLP. Say I have 500 shares MMTLP. We get $30 for each share I own. Yes, that's how it's going to work. So let's say they announce a $30 divvy, and you hold 500 MMTLP. You're going to get 500 times your $30 per share, and that will be your payout. All right, let's see here. Justin saying, if I can get my divvy, I'm putting 100,000 in MMAT. Wow, Justin, that is awesome, my friend. Blaze saying, I'm one of those torch waiting for the divvy. We got Yukami here saying, market crash, aka Depression 2.0 coming. Make sure you're hedged and in the VIX UVXY in case. That's a great strategy. If you believe the market's going to go bear and you want to put a little hedge in your portfolio, you could check out the UVXY. All right, Dame is saying that February event may be solid. Yes, it could be. Chief is saying State Street Global Advisors, its own entity, 4th largest asset manager in the world of over 3.5 trillion assets managed. Wow. So we got a question here. When do you know it's our divvy time? When MetaMaterials gives the official announcement is when we're going to know that it is official. So Paul is saying divvy can't be less than $10. WTI will go over 100 with used car prices, high with the shortage of chips. Read the trend. MMTLP is free money along with the short squeeze. Yes, it is. All right. George not allow this to be pushed back, right? This needs to be settled in March. Okay. So real quick, hang on a second, guys. All right. There we go. All right. So will George let this get pushed back? As we know, George don't really have much to do with this. It's not up to George. They have hired this team of experts, and we believe it's going to be the experts in NextBridge. So it's not really up to George. We do know George is going to make sure we get that maximum value. Eric here saying, I hope the payment of the divvy will be at least 30 days out from MMAT announces the amount of the dividend. Hopefully they'll provide time for some actions with the options chain. Yeah. If we could get a little bit of that divvy announcement, we could just go buy some options in MMAT because we think there could be the possible short squeeze following after. I have been looking at those January of 2024 call options because they are pretty reasonable. We got Blaze saying, thank you, Chief. I'm hearing some chatter that Fidelity owns them. Hey, Duck, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. Wancho, what's up, Terry? What's going on, Wancho? Welcome, buddy. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. Go Rams, go SoFi. Yeah. Oh, I do want to run down a couple things. I was going over the chat, but I want to go over some of the stuff that I have. I talked to you guys about earlier in the beginning of the stream. That there's a couple things I want to touch base on. Yeah, so this one here, actually, McDonald's. There's this post McDonald's tweeted out earlier, 22 hours ago yesterday. And a little speculation here for the Super Bowl today, February 13th. So let's click on this. Here you got this vehicle. I did see people, after digging into this, that I want to say this vehicle was in a video game or something. And people were saying that this could be Elon Musk in this or something like that. Because I believe Elon Musk had a tweet a while back that if McDonald's would accept Dogecoin, that he would eat a Happy Meal or something. There's something that could deal with him doing a McDonald's meal or something. So that would be pretty awesome. If we zoom in here, it's a little blurry. But these back here, guys, these dots right here, these dots in the bushes, people were predicting that that is Dogecoin. Dogecoin pictures in the bushes. That is what it is. So is McDonald's going to be accepting that? Now, the other theory here is, I think if we click on it, Elon Musk did reply back to this right here. He put the emoji of wet. He put the emoji of the wet symbol. So Elon Musk might be going to McDonald's and doing a Happy Meal or doing a meal in general. So that could be happening, guys. So is McDonald's going to be accepting Dogecoin? So that's the first thing I want to talk to you about. Leave a comment below. What do you think McDonald's big secret is? I've went through a lot of the speculation on this. We think it's going to be Dogecoin. We believe that it could be, I think it was Kanye West, because people said they saw Kanye West drive a similar vehicle to this, and maybe Kanye West is going to come out on the Super Bowl with his own McDonald's meal. They have had a lot of celebrities do the McDonald's meals, and maybe Kanye West is going to be a part of that. All right, so let's go over the next thing here I want to talk about. Like I said, go check out that sponsored video that I did of Exo stock, man. Very exciting. We also here got, it looks like an interview coming up with George here soon, live on the stage, February 17th. That's the interview that I believe Dane was talking about. Oh, someone here made this up. Like I said, we're not going to get too crazy on this, but with the recent issues that Tesla has had, we had this person here make this little chart. Said, since George Palacaris can't release any NDA because of the NDA, I'll go ahead and do it for him. And I mean, it adds up to Meta, though, coupled with the EV industry, making valuable, profitable, and overall cutting edge. Don't get too excited. A friend made this post. And if we zoom in here on the Nano web post, this could help a lot of the issues that the Cybertruck is having with the transparent conductive film, the holographic optical combiners, anti-fog. They've had a lot of issues with the fog, reduction in weight, the heads-up display, 5G antenna, and longer battery life. So there you go, guys. That is pretty exciting as well. Is that going to be something in the future? We'll have to remain to be seen. It could be an NDA as well. All right. And this one here, Wanjo was just talking about, I'm excited for the Polestar commercial. Yes, I'm excited for this as well. I don't want it that big. So here it is, man. Polestar. They announced this is going to be in like the first quarter of the Super Bowl. So I'm super excited to see this commercial. I was going through some of the rumors on this one. People's thinking it could be Leonardo DiCaprio in this commercial. Because if we go here and look, no stunts, no surprises, no supermodels, no comebacks, no special effects, no dang, I can't even get them all out. It's saying no gimmicks, none of that stuff, no nothing. So it could just be a video of the Polestar car during the commercial, but it could be Leonardo DiCaprio. Man, he's he has a big following, and Leonardo DiCaprio is behind Polestar. He's a big supporter of Polestar and the energy. So this could be pretty exciting as well. Yeah, and here it is. Someone here posted this. GGPI is going to be into the Super Bowl ad. I believe it says Polestar released the 15-second Super Bowl teaser. Yeah, I believe it's going to be in the first. Yeah, it's going to be in the first quarter, I believe, that GGPI. So yeah, there it is, guys. That's some of the speculation stuff we wanted to cover. We got the McDonald's. We got the stuff with Elon Musk there. A lot of stuff going on here with the Super Bowl tonight. And of course, how could we not talk about the Super Bowl and not talk about SoFi? This is a stock that I own. I'm super excited about SoFi stock. GGPI, Polestar, let's go. Yeah. At the Super Bowl. So yeah, this is going to be pretty amazing, man. SoFi, I believe, is going to get a lot of attention tonight with the Super Bowl being at their stadium. I believe a lot of the millennials are using SoFi for their banking. All right, so we got Casey saying McCabe and Comey have put a lot of time and effort into the Oro Grande. Yes, they have. So like I said, that's the theory of them selling of Conocophillips selling off Oro Grande assets, of Permian Basin assets to buy the Oro Grande, older assets to buy newer assets, more undeveloped, more potential with our Torchlight assets compared to some of these Permian assets from this one here. All right. Do you think they'll settle for a low ball price? I don't believe so. And the reason I'm going to say I don't believe so is because George said he wants maximum value. He wants maximum value. So I do not believe they'll get lowballed on this. I think they'll take a fair offer. Are they going to try to get top dollar? I think they're going to get as best as they can. I don't think they're going to take a lowball offer. So I think they will try to get a fair offer, so both sides are happy with the deal. I can see that happening. We got Jack saying, I hold 1,920 shares of MMTLP. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Barry saying minimum 33.33. I like it. Yes, Barry. All right. We got Agent saying, what is your opinion AMC? Do you think it will squeeze or did it already squeeze? That is a good question. I told you guys I recently had a purchase in AMC, and I did end up selling that for a nice profit. I had an average cost, I want to say, at AMC. At first, I had an average cost, I want to say, it was $15.35 was my average cost. And then the week after that, I sold another covered call, and I got premium off of that. So I want to say I was down in the upper 14s on it, actually, was my actual average cost. And I sold it at like $19.50. So I made like a quick $500 on that, man. I mean, you're talking I made like 35% in a matter of a couple weeks. So yeah, I did sell it. I got the cash setting back. AMC dips back down to that $16 range, $15, $16. I will want to reload up on the shares. I do think they said you got to have some cash on the sidelines for these crazy times in the market. When I see that stock jump up that quickly, we'll have to see. It could be a bad mistake. AMC can go 25, but I already locked in some profits right now. So, all right, so we got the family saying, do we have any take on the significance of the 88 miles per hour on George's tweet about Back to the Future movie? I think we did do videos of covering that. I just don't know if we could see an $88 divvy. So I'm not really sure of what the reference could be, but maybe once it all comes out, maybe we will see. We got Paul saying tax-free can be Conocophillips. Buy the shares, then transfer. Yes. So I'd be totally happy if we got Conocophillips. I'd be totally happy. Case saying there was an undisclosed sale recently of the Permian, 440 million. Yeah, I believe that's this one here. This one here. 440 million is the one. $88 crude oil to make the sale. Yeah, it could have been. Maybe they made a sale at $88. That could be possible as well. So, all right, guys. That is going to be it for this live stream. I want to thank everyone for joining in. I just wanted to come on here and talk about oil prices and talk about some of that speculation leading up into the Super Bowl tonight. I believe there's going to be a lot of interesting things with the McDonald's, Polestar, and everything happening at the SoFi Stadium. These are all things I'm very interested in seeing what happens tonight, so I'm going to be super excited. And we'll be back tomorrow, later in about midday in the evening, to give an update on what happens in the market, whether it goes down, up, trades sideways. We will be here. So if y'all appreciate this live stream, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure also, guys, let me adjust this here. If you appreciate these live streams, consider joining the channel as a premium member. You can join as little as $2.99 a month. We also got the silver and gold as well. They give different kind of badges and emojis there during live streams. And you could leave these comments down here with those emojis you see right there that I just put in. So like I said, consider joining that. It helps our channel a lot. And guys, I thank you all for joining, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, guys.